What is it that makes a family? Is it blood? Is it marriage? Some legal act of adoption or caretakership? None of these things truly makes a family. We recognize family and acknowledge it for ourselves. All families are families of choice. We cannot choose those who are related to us, but we are always free to choose with whom we relate. The world is shrinking in its way. The blending of humanity has begun. The blood of our ancestors is in us all and mingling one with another. Faster and faster, we are becoming one single tribe. Blessed be. We light this chalice with hope. We light it with the expectation that it will do its part to unite us in ways we have yet to imagine, yet to enjoy, but are no less expected and welcomed. May the warmth of this light radiate outward evermore. Did you know that everyone's skin is actually brown? Just different shades of it. Different hues and tones. We all have a pigment called melanin in our skin, which creates the various depths of color. All of them basically brown. With every passing generation, as we continue to emigrate from the lands of our ancestors, the planet genetically and culturally shrinks. Our complexions and features and traditions blending even more quickly today than just a generation or two ago. Some are deeply afraid of this. Pray for them. Have you ever noticed that biracial children tend to receive the most attractive characteristics of each? I think there's something beautiful and sacred to observe here. Something perhaps unexpected, surprising. Unless, of course, you recognize that aesthetic beauty is partly what propels virtually any species. To me, it's a genetic validation of our spiritual desire to be with one another, despite social and cultural differences. It's our genes saying, yes, seek out one another, learn from one another. You will be stronger at every level, every dimension. In the greater racial conversation, we have a tendency to be either afraid of other races or afraid of those who are. But there is something we should remember. Civilization is unifying now, with or without their permission. No matter what the fearful do to try and stop it, the blending of humanity is fully underway. The global alliance of all nations is advancing genetically, socially, and politically. And with them, another step toward world peace. We must remain vigilant, of course. There is still generations of work to be done. But the direction of the wind has changed. It is now at our backs. Perhaps the inevitability of world peace sounds overfanciful to you, but look closely. As the people of different nations continue to meet and make families with one another, what happens to the notion of race? How much longer will it be before we are so intertwinkled, as a friend of mine charmingly puts it, that there is no them anymore? My great-grandparents were only one nationality. I am 4. Yet one might look around the world right now and see nothing but widespread human division, fighting everywhere, wars, genocides, tribalism. But about what are the conversations? It's tyranny. More now than ever, tyranny. And that's a very good sign, because the desire to rid ourselves of tyranny is a conflict which only arises when people begin to realize their human worth. That is the battle of an educated people, an awakened people, one who knows the truth of their own light. We already basically know we are one unified family. We just don't act like it yet. We're so afraid of the implications of globalism because we have been propagandized to feel that way. We have been manipulated to fear it because peace doesn't make a quick buck for the already rich like war does. The wealth gap is artificial, however, and destined to fail. The profit in peaceful times will be more equanimitable. More people will be able to participate in the system of merit-based profitability because we will be free to trade with the full tribe. It's impossible to fix prices and control the marketplace when everyone is in it. And today's ultra-wealthy 1% doesn't like that business model one bit. They're spending huge sums of money trying to convince you to put the toothpaste back in the tube. But it's already too late. Because the truth has always been that we are all one tribe. One great and bickering gaggle with a complicated relationship status. One family, one house, and nowhere else to go. Trapped on this little sphere together with nothing but peace as a viable solution to coexistence. Give it time. Now, are we there yet? Of course not. Is it inevitable that world peace will come? Yes. Because underneath it all, we have this same little light which nudges us in the right direction, one loving hint at a time. It is faithful and constant. We see the effects of it everywhere. It is what informs the long arc of the moral universe, that as it steadily bends toward justice, fear not, our great tribe shall flourish. Be at ease now and breathe. As you slowly relax, sinking just a bit more into your seat, imagine a thin green thread running down the back of your head, down the ridges of your neck, along the spine, down into the ground. Breathe into this thread. Picture the shade of green it is. Memorize the shade of green and breathe. Visualize the thread grazing the ground for a moment before pushing its way into the soft soil. As you breathe, the thread works itself farther into the earth, moving easily among the soil and stone, as if they were allowing the thread to pass, sensing its benevolent intent and adjusting themselves ever so slightly to allow for it. Take an extra deep breath. As you slowly and purposefully release it, imagine the thread reaching a certain depth where it comes upon a glowing, fibrous web, a very special layer of our earth, the fungal layer. This real mycelium network of underground living threads which connects the trees in the forest is there for you as well. Breathe into this layer as you wind the green thread through and among the delicate fibers of this sacred underground network. It is very real, and what you are doing now is real as well. You are energetically connecting yourself to the Earth's internet right now. And breathe. Exhale appreciation into the web. As you continue to weave the thread among the mycelium, you begin to notice other green threads from other directions doing the same. Notice them with anticipation. Notice their various shades of green different from yours, but as beautiful. And breathe. Exhale welcome into the web. The more intricately you travel the web, the more you feel the presence of those above, whose threads now discover you on their behalf, just like yours does of theirs. Amid the web, a new web forms, overlapping and intertwining with each other, learning from the web and how it is formed to construct something altogether new. A bond between humanity, interweaving itself among the bond of the earth, piggybacking upon the layer, allowing the wisdom of the earth to instruct it, allowing the compassion of the earth to soothe us, to see our neighbor in ourselves, because we are one. Take one final breath and return.